so it said.
Adrian gets the carry, and is loose!
Parisi winds and scores!
Puckett swings and hits a blast! Deep left center, way back! It's gone! Touch 'em all, Kirby Puckett! Lob it to Garnett, beneath the foul line, the fadeaway with a hand in space in the air for the win! Yes!
This is Sidelines on your sound and sports alternative, KVSC. And welcome into Sidelines. I'm your host, AJ Frederickson, filling in for Katie Emma, who's just out of town at the moment. She'll be back, not next week, but next week after that. She'll be back hosting in the chair. But for today's show, we got a pretty good panel, a couple returning guys, one guy we haven't seen in a while. We'll touch on him last, but first we got Nick Speliopoulos. Nick, how are you today?
Not too bad. Yourself?
I'm good, and I like the kind of pun situation we got with going with your jersey. Walk us through that thought process.
Well, here on Sidelines, we wear jerseys, and I looked in my closet this morning, and I was like, what jersey do I want to wear today? And then I looked out the window. You can't go wrong with a little bit of the great Minnesota Twin, Miguel Sano. Happy first day of snow to all you Minnesotans.
Next, we got Colin Rutkowski. I love the
Zach Parise jersey.
Yes, I mean,
thank you.
It'd be awesome if he had a better back right now. But we're glad to have on the panel Will Heyer in the building. Jersey list today, but he's rocking some Andover Huskies football.
Yes,
Huskies.
My alma mater, Andover High School. We made it through the season with only one defeat this year to Elk River. It's our first year in Class 4A football, and we absolutely dominated teams this year. And I think this is going to be the year that we bring home our first state championship. So, yeah, just shout out to my Andover Huskies.
All right, I guess go Huskies in any of the sense. And then last, but certainly not least, a classic returner, Caleb Forberg, the Trubisky believer. You're wearing the Trubisky jersey today.
Not just any Trubisky jersey. It's like the sewn-on numbers. Yeah. It's got everything.
It's not real.
It's the real.
Yeah.
It seems like it's the real deal.
Did you steal that from Mitchell?
I wish.
Okay.
No.
But guys, let's hop into it. We'll touch maybe on the Bears in a little bit. Let's talk about last night's Thursday night football game. Joe Flacco, check please. Did you see this? He got lit up by Kiko Alonso on a very dirty hit. Did he not get suspended? Or he didn't get ejected?
He didn't get ejected, and yet Sendejo is still suspended. And you see Kiko Alonso make this kind of hit, and Sendejo just, get him out of there. And he's it's just crazy.
That was also to their quarterback too. Remember, Sendejo did it to a receiver. I mean, obviously you don't want.
What did he do to a receiver? He hit
him
on the side.
I know. I agree it was clean, but it was just the point that he's suspended now. Either way, Kiko, this was a terrible hit. Regardless of, I was listening to First Take this morning, and Max Kellerman was trying to defend Alonso, saying that they leapt at the exact same time. Well, if you're a defensive player and you see the quarterback running, you know where they're going to go. You know he's going to slide. He's not going to keep running. He's not going to try and run you over. So you clearly know you don't have to dive into him. Just wrap him up.
Yeah, but Joe Flacco taken off for concussion protocol. I haven't heard an update yet on his condition.
I can give you an update right now.
Yeah?
He's benched.
Is he no longer elite?
Well, he hasn't ever been elite.
Okay.
Ryan Mounts started there.
Joe Flacco did win a Super Bowl MVP, though.
Is this the time that the Baltimore Ravens bring in the hottest free agent quarterback right now?
Colin Kaepernick.
Robert Griffin III.
What?
Your face says it all. No, actually though, Colin Kaepernick. Does he get a look from Baltimore, or do they stick with Ryan Mallett?
I don't know. I think
that name.
I don't know about you guys, but I think that team is just kind of they cut their losses and they're going to go for that number 1 draft pick. All right. Well, number 2 draft pick maybe.
They've already got like 4 wins. They have a long.
They're gonna start
number
losing
3 because the 49ers also don't.
They're gonna be really bad.
I don't see any scenario where the Baltimore Ravens go after Colin Kaepernick at all. I think they definitely roll with Ryan Mallett. I think Flacco will be out a week or two. They have a long break until next Sunday.
Yeah,
so.
it's not like Aaron Rodgers where he's done for a significant amount of time. Joe Flacco can come back in, who knows, 1 or 2 weeks. Colin Kaepernick name comes up again. It seems like it comes up every week. Every team is looking for something new, whether it's injury or struggles. His name is always in the news. And correct me if I'm wrong, he worked out with the Ravens earlier this season.
Yeah,
right?
when Joe Flacco had that kind of back injury going on, and Joe Flacco, quote, said, sure, he can come on in, fill in, but as long as once I get back healthy, he's got to be okay being the backup. So there's obviously, there's a little tension there, and so I don't know if they want to even revisit the Colin Kaepernick idea, but we'll have to see. But we will move on. Choo-choo! All aboard the Wentz wagon. It's officially leaving the station. The Eagles are officially the best team in football at the moment.
I think they'll finish there, in all
best
honesty.
team?
I think they'll finish as the best team.
Record-wise.
Well, record-wise, okay.
I think they're gonna pull it off. They're playing really well right now. I like how Wentz is playing. I think he'll cool off a little bit, but I don't think this team is cooling off. I think they're gonna. The East is not, the NFC East to be specific, isn't that good this year. I mean, the Cowboys are 3-3 right now.
Yes.
And
Not to mention Zeke's going to leave sometime soon.
probably that suspension's it's gonna happen at some
You're
point.
delusional.
I don't think
you
it's
can't
happening.
you can't
I think
keep
it's gonna
pushing
be-
it off.
I don't think it's going to happen
I
this
think
year.
it's going to happen I think it's going to happen like what the
Brady.
Patriots did with Tom Brady. They kept pushing it back and delaying it and getting short-term restraining orders and then pushing it back and then appeals, and then it's just going to go to next season. Because at this point you should have just, if you're going to do it right away in the beginning of the season, so then he's there for the playoffs.
The
which I'm
Eagles-
sure they will somehow squeak into.
The Eagles are fool's gold, man.
I agree.
Really?
Yep.
Carson Wentz, he might be an all right quarterback.
Right.
I think he out of the young quarterbacks that have come in the past few years. So we're not including like Cam Newton. We're not including some of the guys that are 27, kind of that age. But Carson Wentz, he's definitely the most solid guy for all the newcomers, but that team just is not good enough. Nelson Aguilar is one of their best weapons on offense.
Alshon Jeffrey.
Who's got 10 passes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true though.
Okay, so Alshon Jeffrey, who seems like he has a broken foot every week. LeGarrette Blount, who
They don't give him the ball though.
Oh.
I have him
because
on
he's
fantasy.
not in the right
He-
offense.
Right, but he's a good running back. He proved that in New England. He can play. And that they should play him. If you're going to get him, why do you just have him not play every other game?
This is also the same Philly team that just lost their starting left tackle and one of their
That's true.
defensive stars in Hicks. I think Dallas is still the team to beat in that division.
Agreed.
Did they lose Peters?
Yeah,
yeah,
for the
he's out
year.
for the year.
Yeah.
Wow, that's brutal. But I'm personally just glad to see a new face of just like redhead culture emerging. It's no longer Andy Dalton. They now have Carson Wentz, and I think that's good for the brand. But moving
That's
forward,
blasphemous for me.
you get a little hint of that. That style.
Carson Wentz is barely he's a day walker.
Oh my goodness, North Dakota boy, I'll give it to him. But we will move forward here. We're gonna hop across the pond. The Minnesota Vikings currently leading the NFC North. Caleb, roll your eyes all you want, but they are on top.
And they're
going to
continue to lead the NFC North.
Thank you, Colin.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right.
Well, no, we'll touch on that. They're going to be taking on the infamous Cleveland Browns, who somehow are still starting Deshaun Kaiser at this point in the season.
You may as well.
Would
I
you,
agree,
though?
yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, would you rather
Or
start
you're gonna-
Kessler or
You're gonna
why?
Yeah, I would.
You gotta
Why?
see what you have in Kaiser.
You've seen the highest interception percentage of any quarterback this season.
Okay,
Did-
but you just went. You spent the draft pick on him, and I don't think anyone. Maybe you give Cody Kessler a few starts because he's still kind of young, but you don't know what you have.
He
and
started
you-
all year last year, Kessler. I think
Really?
Kaiser's upside is just way
Yeah,
more. That's
exactly.
why.
I
That's
agree.
upside.
I agree. You
He's a
keep
diamond
him
in
in.
the
You
rough.
keep him in there.
I don't think he's gonna be good, but I think he's the
They're
best I have.
They're going to have to polish off that diamond in the rough a lot.
Well, they could have gotten Deshaun Watson, but they traded away their pick to get him.
Oh, they
That's
could have got
right.
anyone. Number one
yeah.
overall pick.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I think-
yeah.
I think one of the main reasons why they're sticking with Kaiser right now is because he is their draft pick. They took him to be their franchise quarterback, and even though they're not having a great season by any means this year, you have to give him that playing time to mature as a quarterback. And as much as you guys might not like that, I think that, and I'm not saying he's going to be the next greatest quarterback, but if you give him more time, to polish up his game, he might be able to lead the Browns to a good season for them, which might muster out
6
3
wins?
wins. Yeah,
What's
3-4 wins.
Okay, I was gonna say a good season for them is like 2 minimum. But I want to revisit this. Caleb, you rolled your eyes over there when I said Minnesota Vikings leading, and that's a fact. They're leading.
It is
They're
a
on
fact.
top.
Yep, you're right.
A 5-2 team heading into this week.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
do you think we were actually talking about this before we hopped on here for Sidelines? You don't think that they're actually going to be the team making it
Wow.
to the playoffs out of the NFC North?
It's between them and
yeah.
Detroit. I'm not going to give it to them.
Okay,
No.
I thought you were going to say the Bears.
No, I'm not going to say the Bears.
I thought he was,
no,
too.
I'm not gonna
We
say
would
the
They have the
Bears.
same
we would've had
record
a
as
problem.
Detroit.
Yeah, we would have had a problem.
They do have
okay.
the same record as Detroit, though.
Still, and actually could have beat Minnesota too.
Okay, could have beat.
Could have, but
I don't think they were good enough
Give
to beat
Case Keenum
Minnesota.
that whole game.
Trubisky.
No chance.
Case Keenum.
No chance.
Case. Let's talk about Case Keenum.
Okay, what do you
So
wanna
Case
talk about
Keenum's
Case
gonna
Keenum?
lead the Vikings to a division title and a couple of playoff wins.
No.
He's gonna lead
no,
us to a
no,
good-
this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, I want to hear about
Anthony-
Case Keenum. You're talking about a backup that couldn't
Anthony-
even beat out last year's terrible Jared Goff.
No, you're right. Case Keenum will not lead the Vikings to an NFC North title.
Okay.
What will happen is Anthony Barr is going to lead the Minnesota Vikings to an NFL championship in Minnesota this year.
Offense wins
This year,
games, defense
NFL
wins championships.
championships.
And my only point, Caleb, was if Case Keenum would have started that whole game against the Bears, it wouldn't have been as close.
Okay.
I'm not saying Case Keenum's going to lead us to the Super Bowl.
So you're not defending Will there when he says that the Vikings win the Super Bowl this year?
I'm not
I just
defending
don't.
him, but I'm not
I don't
going
see how
against
this is a
Will.
Minnesota team that has enough upside to
Enough
contend with
upside.
these teams.
They have
Upside,
their whole
our whole
defense
team is
stacked.
upside
Your
other than
defense is
one position.
yeah, quarterbacks are only bad position. I'd say this
All
year.
I can
Our
say is
whole
you
O-line
just
has
better.
been-
You guys better be you got to be so happy that you injured Rodgers for the year because A-Rob was in right now. There was no
Leave it
way.
to
Are
a
you
Bears
kidding
fan
me?
to
No,
Are
rain
you
on the
kidding
No,
me?
I'm not
we would
kidding
have
you.
been.
I'm
we
not
would have
kidding
been
you.
fine. We would have been
This is
fine.
this is
No,
literally the
let
same
me talk.
team
Wait,
that
hold
was
up.
5-0 last year at the
Hold
start
up.
of the year, and
We
then
would've
what
been-
happened after 5-0?
We would have been. We would have been
same
fine.
team.
Hold on.
You're the
Hold
one
on.
that
Hold
should
on.
be happy
I'm calling
right
flag
now.
on the play right now. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to talk, Will, and then you 30 seconds to talk, Caleb,
Alright.
and then Colin has something to add there, so he's gonna be our just dessert. So Will, you got 30 seconds. Go.
You're the one that should be happy right now because the Bears had no chance if Aaron Rodgers is playing. No chance.
I don't think the Bears have a chance anyway.
Hey,
This year.
It's not your turn. It's not your turn.
It's not your turn, okay? Now we get another 30 seconds.
Alright,
30
alright,
seconds. No, I'm
take it,
kidding.
Take it.
No, I'm just saying, the Vikings at least had a chance, even with Aaron Rodgers on the field. You have nothing,
Okay.
and still have nothing.
We're not talking about me though, are we?
Retaliate.
You want to
your
talk
rebuttal,
about the Bears?
Your rebuttal?
I don't think the Bears. I don't think the Bears win the NFC North. I don't think
make
they're.
Definitely cannot. Thank you.
I mean, did I say that?
no,
You're
no,
acting
but
like it.
no.
I'm acting like it. What did I say?
Well,
that
you
they
just-
could win the NFC
you
North.
keep
I was talking about the
criticizing
Packers.
all the
I was talking about the
other
Packers, the Vikings, the Lions. I said nothing about the Bears winning anything this year, the NFC North. I said nothing like that. The Bears are, you know what? They're a team that's improving. I'm excited to watch them play. They stuck with Minnesota. It was fun to watch them. They're not going to win the division this year. They're not going to make the playoffs
They
this
stuck
year.
for the first couple drives with a very hurt Sam Bradford.
They what?
They stuck with the Vikings very early with a very hurt Sam Bradford.
Oh,
That's what they stuck with. Colin,
I just wanted to quickly add to Will's kind of point here is I don't think the Vikings win or lose three or four more games this year. I think that's their cap. You have Cleveland this week. You're at Washington after the bye.
I think
At home against the Rams.
okay. I think Washington, who hasn't been playing that well, is going to be a close game.
Oh, that's why I'm saying three or four.
Okay.
So at Washington, then at home against the Rams. Now that's the other shaky game. But then you're at Detroit. I think we win that game. We're at Atlanta. Atlanta's not that good this year. At Carolina, they lost to the Saints at home this year. At home against Cincinnati. I don't even need to explain that game. At Green Bay, don't need to explain that game either. And then at home against the Chicago, don't need to explain that. Three losses the rest of the way. That's all I'm gonna say. Potentially, right.
Allegedly. That I think you're giving a little too much credit, but hey, I'm
confident.
We're gonna move on.
There's a difference between confident and yeah.
I don't
just go
know.
with that.
And very,
just go with
very
that.
confident.
You have a
Yeah.
very easy
Yeah.
record to finish the year.
The Houston Astros in a thriller even the series up. The World Series now 1 game apiece heading into Game 3 tonight at down in Houston.
That
An
game
instant
was
classic.
nuts. That
An
game was
instant
nuts.
classic. Please tell me you guys watched this game because you're going to regret the rest of your life if you didn't watch this
I
game.
caught the end of it, but
That-
I wasn't
honestly,
able to.
that's
that's
enough.
all that mattered, though.
First off, Jose Altuve, how does he do what he does? The guy's 5'6".
Altuve.
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 All right. All right. Great talk. Nick, you're the one in the baseball jersey today. What do you think? What's your prediction about the World Series?
Going into the World Series, I picked the Dodgers in 5.
Oh.
That might ruffle some feathers or whatever, but I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with Dodgers in
They're
5.
going to rally
and
off 4 on the road.
I-
or 3 on the
I
road.
Against a
know it's a
Houston team that
stretch.
hasn't even lost a home game this year, all playoffs.
And I understand that, but I just like and the Astros have the offense. They have the bats. I just think that the Dodgers can do it in 5.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with it. I'm not going to be the fan that changes his mind, changes his team. Dodgers in 5.
Yep.
I think this is going to be a classic series. I think this is going down for the ages, just like last year, except for different reasons, obviously. What the Cubs did last year was unrepeatable, obviously. But I think this is going to be a
'Cause they
back-and-forth
lost?
series.
But, yeah, no, I agree with you there.
I think this is going the distance. I think it's going 7. I think Houston wraps it or takes 2 or 3 at home, and then the Dodgers, I think they're going to win the last 2.
And Will, I see you're sporting not a Los Angeles Dodgers hat, but a Brooklyn Dodgers hat. You a big Jackie Robinson guy?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are.
Number 42.
But yeah, so are you just?
I got the Dodgers. I'm a bandwagon. I'm
You
not even.
bandwagon
I'm
the
not
Brooklyn
even.
Dodgers?
I'm not even bandwagoning because I'll be honest. I don't have.
You don't have a dog in this fight.
I don't have a dog in this fight. That's the perfect way to put it. So.
All right. Anyway, we'll move on from Michael Vick talk. Let's get to some National Basketball Association here. We got Lonzo Ball going up against John Wall the other night. LeVar Ball saying John Wall didn't stand a chance. Then apparently Gortat comes out and says John Wall is like he wants to murder Lonzo Ball. And it turned out I think John Wall got the better of Lonzo, but at the end of the day, the Lakers won in overtime. And then W's are all that matters. So
Something that the Wolves can't get.
Yeah.
yes.
I'm just so.
Are you I feel like you are not you hate every person with the last name Ball.
Yeah, I think for me, I've never so much. Literally every game, hype this, hype that. Lonzo versus him. It's not even just Lonzo; it's his whole team. I'm so tired of hearing Lonzo versus whoever else he's playing
It's
against.
going to be
night.
that year
And-
for the year.
Well,
It's
and-
going to
and
be
the-
that way for the year,
And
man.
why is his dad interviewing after games? Why?
Because
why?
the press loves
Yeah, they
It's
love
LeVar
him, dude.
Ball.
Are you
Well,
kidding
it's
me?
Content.
He
content.
says
It's ridiculous.
some of the biggest things that
I could
it
see some of
brings
those things
in
he says.
so many people.
They're all just they're ridiculous statements he's making.
Okay, but
he's the
that's
same-
why you're going to see this for the rest of the year. You're going to see everyone giving Lonzo Ball the best, and they're going to be talking about it because of his dad. You know, it's just it's a cycle. It's not going to stop until the end of the season.
Oh, I don't think it's not going to stop either. I just think it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
He's drawing the same type of interest from the media as a certain gentleman from a couple of years ago,
You know why I'm here.
Marshawn Lynch, who has since gone away from that, but it's just content.
Well, the media's
they're-
feeding it. I mean,
they're eating out of the palm of his hand because he's promoting his son, and Lonzo could shoot. Oh, he could go 0 for 10 from the floor with like 3 assists and 5 turnovers, and he's still gonna say, you know, he's still gonna spin zone that somehow, and it's gonna be, you know, Lonzo actually won tonight. Sorry, he won tonight. But the Timberwolves, are they actually bad?
I don't.
Yes.
They gave up how many to the Pacers? 130, 122 points?
130.
They lost by 23, I
Yeah, it
think.
was
The
130 to
Pacers-
107.
130.
I was at that game. It seemed like whatever the Pacers were throwing up, it somehow fell through.
Well, they shot 77%.
Yeah, that's
That's-
unreal
that's
though.
not-
That doesn't happen.
The
every
Pacers
night.
don't do that every game.
No team
well,
does that every game.
it happened 2 nights in a row.
yeah.
That's true.
I'm
'cause
sorry.
that's true.
I'm
That-
a Timberwolves super fan here, and
You are.
I'm scared. I'm scared for their season, man. Jimmy Butler's not going to change to 120, 130 point games. It's not going to happen. They have some serious chemistry flaws, especially on defense.
Even on offense, they seem to turn the ball over too easily sometimes.
Well, I can tell you why that is. They don't have the Spanish ambassador.
He turned the ball over too.
Ricky Rubio.
But yeah, the Timberwolves coming off that 130-107 loss to the Pacers, and then the very next game, 122-101 against the Pistons.
Yeah,
Detroit
they're bad.
Pistons. Oh,
Tobias
ew,
Harris scored
yuck,
34
gross,
points.
disgusting, filthy.
Have you ever heard of Tobias Harris?
Not until 2 seconds ago when you said his name.
Yeah, scored 34 points. For the Pacers, Miles Turner didn't play. That's our best player.
Yeah.
But
Victor Oladipo?
that being said, after missing games on Tuesday and Wednesday because of an upper respiratory infection, Jimmy Butler is expected to play tonight.
I mean,
So-
Who they got tonight?
Thunder.
OKC.
Who
Good game.
no doubt will be gunning for the Timberwolves
Yeah.
after what Andrew Wiggins did to them.
The dagger
less
with
than
time
a week
expiring
ago.
the NBA
115,
came out
113.
and also said they missed 2 calls on that play because Thibodeau tried to call timeout without a timeout
Yep.
and then an illegal screen on Towns. So that gives more of a
Towns
reason. for Thunder.
clotheslined Paul George.
Yeah, that was bad.
Clotheslined.
That was
It's-
bad. And right in front of the ref too.
Yeah.
But
right
the
in
refs
front of him.
the refs aren't looking at the guy setting the screen. They're looking at every ref is looking at the guy with the ball. to
That's
see-
not true. They're not. That's not true, man. Like they definitely saw that.
Don't let him do that to you. Get back at him.
Yeah. Come on, man.
I mean,
show me some teeth.
everybody's eyes aren't on the screen. Everybody's eyes are on who's got the ball, who's taking the shot, and where that ball goes. If he gets it off in time, if it goes in the net, whatever happens, and the game's over. You can't change the fact that Karl Anthony Towns set an illegal screen. That doesn't change. I mean, it does change the outcome of the game, but that's done and said. The Timberwolves got to win, and they're going on with their season.
See, I think you're both partially right here because there are times, like in a playoff game, there's going to be a ref that ball watches for sure. That's going to happen. It's human error, but I also think that sometimes the refs actually do get it right and watch everything that happens. That's some of those calls are made, but when it comes to the end of a game, refs are going to let them play. Unless it's a blatantly obvious foul, they're going to let them play.
It goes back
they're
to
not going to stop
let
it.
the players decide the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, but when I was watching that play, man,
no,
that's
that
all I
was
saw
bad.
was that screen. It
Oh,
was-
they should have called that.
I
That
mean,
was blatantly
that's the only
obvious.
thing I could see.
Tough crowd.
All I remember is Carmelo hitting a 3 and just being like, "Oh, game over."
That's Carmelo.
Stay
for you.
mellow. Stay
Insert
mellow.
Andrew Wiggins.
Hashtag
And
stay
then
mellow.
insert Andrew Wiggins.
We're gonna do a little hypothetical real quick, and I mean really quick. Say you're the GM, new budding franchise. You get a pick of the crop, but to start, you have to pick between 2 players to build around, and you get them for 3 years. Giannis Antetokounmpo or Kevin Durant.
Giannis.
Who do you have for the next 3 years?
Giannis.
Okay, so
Gian-
Colin sounds decided.
Giannis because he's younger.
No, but
But 3 years.
You only get him for 3 years.
Giannis.
Anybody want to?
Durant.
KD.
Yeah,
No.
KD.
Why?
Yeah.
He's a
Experience.
7-foot Russell Westbrook. 7
Who can't
foot
shoot
Russell.
a jump shot?
One is an MVP who also
Right.
is a
Kevin Durant.
But
is-
champion.
Giannis
Kevin
is just
Durant
coming
Scoring
is
in.
champion. Durant, I mean, next 3 years, established guy, has a title.
Durant is a polished Yanni. I mean, Giannis or Yanni?
Giannis.
He's a
Giannis-
polished Giannis.
Giannis just seems way more explosive, though, and he seems like the kind of guy that's going to lead that team. Durant doesn't come off as a leader to me, because that's Steph Curry's team. Kevin Durant doesn't seem like that leader, and if I want to center someone around a guy, I want a leader right there in the center. My best player should be the leader, and I think Giannis is a great fit to start that role right now. He's, 23? I
Yeah.
think he's just coming into it right now.
Plus, I feel like Giannis can play all 5 positions better than Kevin
He still
Durant
can't
can.
shoot a jump ball.
Oh, no, yeah,
And-
he
and-
needs to work on his jump
I
shot.
mean, Durant. Giannis is good. I think he'll be good. I'm excited to see how he plays next couple of years, but I'm taking the safe pick.
Okay. And another guy that you said he can play five positions. Another guy who can play 5 positions. LeBron James.
True.
Cavaliers had to start him at the point guard position, the number 1 spot. Dropped 34 points. what?
I mean, he's just good
Obviously-
wherever he plays.
Yeah, and his quote after was, I'm a guy who knows every play that we run from every position, and I can play it.
And then did you
Stay humble, LeBron.
did
Stay
you
humble.
did
Don't
you
worry
see what
about
Isaiah Thomas said after
it.
that?
No, I didn't hear it.
I'll quiz you tomorrow at practice. He said it doesn't matter what play we run. I know all 5 positions and each way they're supposed to go. And Isaiah Thomas commented, "I'll quiz you on that tomorrow."
I believe LeBron.
Keeping him in check.
Yeah.
Keeping him in check.
I think
buy
I'd
it.
buy it.
I buy LeBron too.
He's
I buy
been there
LeBron.
long enough to know.
But
And I don't doubt anything
I
about LeBron
love
now.
that there might be some type of unstable ground there in the Cavaliers locker room. I need them to clash. I need them to. LeBron, I want you to fail so bad. But we'll step away from the NBA, and we're going to move over to some NHL talk as we kind of wrap up the show here. First, we'll start off with everybody's favorite team, the Vegas Golden Knights, VGK. They most recently announced their mascot, and makes no sense. Thank you, Colin. It's not a knight. It's not a guy in shining armor. It's not Prince Charming, which I thought was probably...
Is it gold?
It is gold. It is a snake named Chance.
Nice.
A snake named Chance is their mascot.
Mic drop.
What is the thought process here?
There's snakes in the desert
But
out there in
But
Vegas.
they're the
You have the
Golden
Sin
Knights.
City.
you are the Golden Knights. Say it with me, Knights. You have the golden. You have a golden opportunity to capitalize on that, and you go with the snake.
It's publicity. Look, we're talking about it.
I guess so.
Sin City.
No,
it's a
they-
serpent.
Publicity.
But they
it's
were
the Knights.
People were already.
They
talking-
love it.
People were already talking about them, though. Is the
Yeah,
thing.
that's true.
Because
But
they're the
but now
best
we're just
team right
buying
now.
into them.
Okay. I mean, I didn't think about it like that. That's a good one. But another team that's doing pretty good and not messing up their mascot is the Tampa Bay Lightning, currently leading the league. What, Nick?
That's insane. They're
Yo,
playing
yeah.
lights out.
You have the
and
leading point getter in Steven Stamkos. You have the leading goal scorer, Nikita Kucherov. You have the arguably best goalie of the year so far, Andrei Vasilevsky. Is this team going to find a slump anytime soon, or are they going to keep on the gas pedal?
Well, NHL, lots of slumps, obviously. Minnesota had theirs last year as usual.
I
About
think they're kind of
January.
starting off in one. If we're
Yeah,
being
they're
honest.
starting it this year. Hopefully that means that
Nothing-
they don't
yeah.
slump. But either way, they're definitely going to slump. But I don't think they're cool. They're not going to cool down. Stamkos and Kucherov are just tearing the league up right now. They've lost one game in regulation, and I just don't see how a team is just going to come in and beat them handedly.
My problem with Tampa is durability. Stamkos, these guys, can they stay durable? Can they stay healthy? That's got to be their biggest question right now. You knew this is going to be a good team. There were a lot of people's preseason pick to win it all. I mean, this is a good team, but can they stay healthy, especially Steven Stamkos?
Well, that's going to kind of wrap it up for our show today. If you liked what you heard and you want to help support it, we are doing our Pledge Week here at KVSC. So if you want to become an official member, an official pledge donor, give us a call. 320-308-KVSC. That's 320-308-5872. Or you can just go online to kvsc.org. Click on the donate tab on the top of the page. When the sports department also has some other big programs going on. Later today at 4:30, we are going to be producing Husky Sports Friday for all of your Husky talk. Hockey has the week off, but we do have a little football going on tomorrow. And Caleb Forberg will be out there at that action. I know you're pumped for the game, Caleb.
Yeah, it'll be a good game. Hopefully St. Cloud can get the win. They've been rolling this year for football.
6-2 on the season, so that'll be fun. So make sure to tune into that game tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Yep, 1 o'clock.
Perfect. 1 o'clock tomorrow. Caleb will be out there, I believe, with the Leif Ender on the call. But that will wrap it up here for us at Sidelines. Don't go anywhere, because coming up next, it's Brooks with your afternoon progressive rock show right here on KVSC.